Okay, guys, I'm frustrated as hell with my air conditioning. Um, and I've gone through a lot of things trying to get my air conditioner working, and I've made a lot of mistakes with it. But right now, I think I'm at a breaking point where things are good. I never did replace one of these before. I got a brand new one. This is the box from the new one, and this is the old one. And this is a brand new O-ring that came with the new one. I did not put that in because I didn't know where it went. And now I've lost all my refrigerant. So do not make this same mistake. Put the O-ring on. Figure it out. I'm going to figure it out, and if I can, I'll come right back here in a few seconds and I'll show you what I did. Okay, guys. So this is the location of my transducer. Okay, I'm fixing to show you. This is a Ford F150. It's a 2009 XLT. Anyways, yeah, it's going to be in the title anyway. So follow me. You ready? It's right here on top. It's going to be right down here. Of course, I can't see where my camera is showing, but it is right there. I swear to God. If I put my hand on it, you won't be able to see it, but it's right there. From the top view, where you can see, looking down, looking straight down, the red that you see, that's my plug for it. And the transducer screws in right here where the tip of my finger is at. Yep, right there where you cannot see. Do you see the black O-ring? That's the old O-ring. I need to replace that with the new one because most likely it dry rots. Okay, guys? So taking my hand out, now that you know where it's at, I'll zoom in on it a little bit. Yep, see the O-ring. That's got to come off, and you got to put the new one on. Alright, so now I've got my O-ring off. I used a pocket knife to get mine off. You can barely see it, of course. But yeah, I took mine off with a pocket knife. I would show it to you, but it flew somewhere. In my world, everything flies. Sorry. But now I'm going to put the new O-ring on somehow. I'll figure it out. Well, you know how they tend to use the word simply often when they're talking about something that's almost impossible to do. Yeah, simply put that O-ring on. Well, I cannot simply put that O-ring on just with my finger. The O-ring is very small and will barely fit over the Schrader valve. So I'm thinking I tore a part of this box off right here. It's in my hand and I'm rolling it up. I'm going to put one end over the Schrader valve and put the O-ring over this. Okay, and then I'm going to shove the O-ring down onto the Schrader valve. That's my plan. We'll see how that works. Simply do it, right? Okay, so my idea worked, but instead of using a small piece like this, okay, an end piece, I used a full square, okay, one of the sides, and I rolled it up. Not this way, but this way. Okay. And yeah, I made it cone shaped. I put the O-ring on the small end halfway up. I rolled it from here all the way up, as probably about this far. Okay. And then I shoved this end over the Schrader valve. And I rolled it all the way to the end, all with one hand, believe it or not. You gotta have a small hand. You gotta get in there. And I think I got it all the way on. If not, I'll have to play with it just a little bit to get it all the way in. Looks good from this side. And I'll try this view again. Difficult to see in there, but especially not knowing where the hell the camera is on the phone. Let's see if I can zero in this way. We know it's on that tubing, and I think I'm looking at it right now, but yeah, you can't see it. Anyway, I'll try to get to the O-ring and make sure that it's on all the way. And then you have to tighten the hell out of the transducer. Guys, there's no other way to talk about this. You've got to get it asshole tight. You know, when you go to loosen something up and you have to ask the question, what asshole tightened this shit up? Okay, that's all I'm saying. What asshole tightened this bullshit up? You don't have to get it this damn tight. Well, this is it. Okay, you got to get it asshole tight. That's what I'm saying. All right, so right now I'm blowing ice cold air. Okay, and as far as I know, I have no leaks. So let me now finally describe what has been going on with my truck. I'll tell you the symptoms and all that. You ready? So in the winter time, I heard my compressor kick on. I thought that was a strange occurrence. This is a 2009 Ford F150, and I bought it used. Okay, and it does look like I have a refrigerant leak here, and that's probably because I neglected to put that O-ring in. I neglected to change it out. I bought this as a used vehicle just a couple of years ago, and before that I had an 89 Maxima. Okay, so the refrigerant systems are completely different between an 89 Maxima versus a 2009 Ford F-150. So I'm not accustomed to that. So when I heard my compressor kick in, I got mad. I popped my hood, I popped this open, and I pulled my fuse to my compressor. I didn't want to be running my compressor and losing gasoline while right there in the winter time. That was the wrong thing to do, because when I pulled the fuse, I came around, got in the truck, started it, and I heard my actuator grind itself to smithereens. Okay, some people will try to tell you, well, that's because of this or because of that. Listen, man, don't pull the damn fuse. Okay, just don't do it. There you go. Leave the fuses alone. Everything's working. If everything is working, don't jack with it. But I wanted to do that. Anyways, my actuator was grinding out. Okay, I ended up replacing the actuator. And then, when I cranked up my truck, it just didn't seem to cool as fast. This is in the springtime. It just didn't seem to want to cool as fast. So I was very confused about all that. And so I decided to add some refrigerant. And my compressor had stopped kicking in. I thought maybe I put too much refrigerant in, so I let some out. You see, what was happening at that time, I put too much refrigerant in, and at the transducer, with that dry rotted ass O-ring, the refrigerant went past the O-ring. I didn't know that. and all my refrigerant leaked out, and here I was putting refrigerant in, letting it out, putting it in, letting it out, watching my little gauge, wondering, damn, I got refrigerant in there, why ain't the compressor kicking in? Because the transducer would not let it. Okay, because the refrigerant was steadily leaking out, even though I was putting some in, and I no longer heard my compressor kick on anymore. The compressor will not kick on if there's not enough refrigerant in there to make it kick on. You're looking at my gauge. I know you are. It is presently 79 degrees outside. I do not have enough refrigerant in. How do I know? Because I can look right here at 79 degrees, give or take. It should be between 40 and 50 psi. So I will add some more refrigerant in. But right now, I'm explaining what's going on with my my vehicle. So I took this vehicle to Jeff's Automotive in Missouri, Jeff's Auto, Pineville, Missouri, and he did a great job. I thought I had to replace my compressor. I thought it had died because I couldn't get my compressor to kick on anymore. Nope, he didn't have to replace it. He charged me $140 to simply add refrigerant in. And there's an extra charge for the dye. Yeah, that green dye right there that you see, the green dye that comes with leak sealer and conditioner, but it does have a dye in it. I think the other can explains that it has dye in it. I believe that's a law. I can't remember. Anyway, it's supposed to have dye in it. All of it has dye in it. So anyway, I'm not mad at Jeff's Automotive. They did a great job. Charged me $140. I had AC for a day. Yeah, I turned it on the next day and it quickly disappeared because I forgot to change that O-ring on the transducer. You've got to change the O-ring. Just do it, man. Just, oh my God. Just freaking do it. Get it done. Don't torture yourself like I did, wondering, because you'll be driving and you'll have a wife or a girlfriend, or you'll be by yourself, and you'll be wondering, damn, should I have changed that O-ring or not? Because this AC is just not kicking on the way it should. You'll be tripping. You'll be wondering. And I'm telling you right now, dude, put the O-ring in. And like I said before, tighten the transducer asshole tight. Don't strip it out. You know, don't be completely bizarre. But get that sucker tight to where you know it's not going to leak. And here in a little bit, I may decide to put some damn soap on it just to make sure it's not leaking. Look for bubbles. The soap will not go into the system. The soap will stay on the outside, but it'll let you know if it's bubbling, you got a leak. So much for that dye, right? Like you really need that. The dye can be helpful, you know, to let you know the general area that you have a leak. Soap will let you know the exact spot. Soapy water. Anyway, enough of this video. I do know that it's extremely cold in my truck right now. And even though the pressure gauge is not showing it correctly, you know, these are cheap gauges, but you can generally go buy them. Anyways, I'm out of here. Okay, man, one more thing to remember. This is what I forgot to say. this is important. If you're an idiot like me and you refuse to put that O-ring in, here's the symptoms that you're going to find. So, coming away from Jeff's Automotive, everything worked great. And then the next day, I cranked up the AC. Everything was great for about 15 minutes because the refrigerant had leaked out. Right away, I was thinking, I don't want to lose any more refrigerant. So I turned off my AC and I put my windows down, and now it's the weekend and I have time to deal with this. There is still refrigerant in the lines because I was smart enough to turn off my AC and leave it alone. There's still refrigerant in my lines. Being that there was still refrigerant in there, you are able to add refrigerant to the system like I've been doing. Okay? If I had continued to run my air conditioning off and on or whatever, and all the refrigerant leaked out to where there's nothing in the lines, I would not be able to add it because the transducer will not kick on. There's not enough refrigerant in there to get it going, and the lines would have been filled with air. You'll get air in the lines. So you got to turn it off immediately when you think that there's a leak. You have to do it. Okay? Otherwise, you'll have to take your vehicle to a repair guy who will evacuate the system, check for leaks, and then refill your system for you because you're a baby, you're an idiot, you didn't replace a damn O-ring. Okay? But if you're smart, at least halfway, you'll turn the damn AC off, okay, to prevent losing any more refrigerant through your stupid O-ring because you were an idiot and you didn't replace it. You got to replace the damn O-ring on the Schrader, at the Schrader valve, okay? And I'm slowly getting this back up to normal. You can hear the compressor kicking in, and you can see it affecting the gauge. Right now it's on. I pressed the lever to let some refrigerant in. Now it's off. It's slowly going back up. Now it's back on. Put some more refrigerant in. And of course, right at this moment, the Amazon people want to make a delivery and the dog is barking next door. The dog wants to attack the Amazon guy, so see you later.